Strategy battle gamers around the world, welcome to the GBHL podcast for another Hobbit SBG battle report. You're of course here with your GBHL channel host, he said Hot Gates Gaming host, James, and today I'm joined by
Andreas Norwegian Viking from STF.
STF, Spilferingen, the fellowship. I've been told to take my time when saying this, but I do speak quite fast. Welcome back to the UK, Andreas.
Thank you, mate.
Good to have you here. We've just had some nice lunch and we are getting ready to film some wargaming awesomeness for you guys, aren't we? So we've got something planned. We are going to be doing a two-part battle report for you guys. We're going to do the first part, which is the skirmish, in this video here, and then what you will see is links all around you over to Hot Gates Gaming, where you will see the epic version of this battle report as we escalate. What are we going to be doing, Andreas?
We are going to burn down the Westfold.
Absolutely. So Andreas has bought a very cool looking Dunland army for the Desolation of Stockport. That's why we're here at Element Games in Stockport, and you bought a very cool looking Dunland army, haven't you? And we are going to be doing the second part as the 800 points that you will be using for the tournament, but we're going to be starting off with this 500 points burning the Westfold scenario. What we're going to do is we're going to get down, show you the two armies and explain exactly what's going to be going on in this game. Do make sure that you don't just watch this video, that you join us on part 2 for the epic Rohan versus Dunland battle report. Welcome to the burning of the Westfold, and in front of us we have 500 points of the antagonists for this battle report, which are Andreas the Norwegian Vikings 500 point Dunland army. Andreas, would you like to talk us through what you have down here?
Yeah, so we have of course Saruman, the instigator of this whole mess, and his sleazy assistant Grima. We have Thryden Wolfsbane on horse, only horse in my army, at least in this incarnation of it. And we have a Dunland captain with a shield, not a two-handed weapon, just a shield, and a banner bearer with a shield. And then we have, I think it is 10 Dunlandings with shields, and then we have 6 with bows and 4 with two-handed weapons.
There we go, so that's our 500 points Dunland army, which is invading with the intent to burn the Westfold. And aiming to stop the Dunland adversaries, we have in front of you my 500 point all-mounted Rohan army. This is the all-mounted Rohan army which did win the Beacons of Chester event last year, which we're going to be using, which does contain Eorl the Young on his horse. We've also got Erkenbrand, and we also have Eowyn in there with all our kit apart from the throwing spears. We've got 5 Sons of Eorl, we've got 10 Westfold red shields, and we've also got 3 Outriders on their horses. So that's the 500 point army which will be defending the Westfold. And here in front of you, you have our table that we will be using. As you can see on that table, there are 3 Rohan buildings. We have a watchtower and we have 2 houses. They're going to be the primary objectives of what we're going to be trying to do in this battle report. Deployment will be a normal standard deployment from the Warhammer World GT scenarios, where you deploy 12 inches from your board edge. We'll roll to see who deploys first in that instance. We're also going to have leader kill, 1 VP for a wound, 2 VPs for a kill. Breaking will be 2 and 4, so 2 VPs if you're both broken, 4 if you manage to break the enemy without being broken yourself. And then each house or tower will provide 2 VPs to the side which manages to either keep the buildings from being burnt or actually manages to burn the buildings. Now, for the rules for burning the buildings, we are going to follow the rules from the scouring scenario, which was again for the Warhammer World GT, which was a model on foot as to end its movement on the building, and on a roll of a 6 that building will either be set on fire, or if it's the other way around, will be doused of flames. However, to represent the frenetic nature of this, and so that the battle report isn't too tough for the Dunlandings coming in to try and set fire to the buildings, you can do this with multiple models. It does have to be a model on foot as well. So there we go, that explains the scenario. A total of 12 VPs available. Let's get this game started. And here we go after deployment. So it was that 12-inch alternating warband deployment, and Erkenbrand did deploy first, and he found Grima attached to his warband. So you can see that Grima is there in the centre next to the Erkenbrand warband. Over on the left flank, Eorl the Young holds, whilst over on the right flank is Eowyn. In the meantime, across the battlefield, we have the raiding Dunlandings intent on burning the Westfold. Saruman there deployed last behind the warband with more of the archers, and we have the fearsome Thryden Wolfsbane with the banner warband there in the centre. All we need to do now is roll for turn 1 priority. We did forget to mention that once one force is broken, the turn after we will be rolling for random game ending on a 1 or a 2. So here we go. Let's see what happens. It's a 1.
Oh!
And turn 1 priority is going to go to the Norwegian Viking. So here we go. Thryden is doing what Thryden does best. He's rushing forward towards the enemy. And he, of course, is going to be followed by his warband. So here we go. We're coming in because a Dunlanding here is going to be moving 6 inches around the Rohirrim watchtower. Unfortunately, the guards have been brutally murdered, and because he ends his movement in contact with a watchtower, he's going to roll a dice. We're going to see whether it is set on fire. So set on fire on a 6.
STF 6, come on! Oh,
no, it's a 5. Okay, I'm guessing you're going to do this with multiple models.
Yeah, we're going to do this with this one.
So this one's going to now come in, and he's going to move up, and he's going to see if he can set fire to it.
Come on!
No, okay. And next one's going to come up and try. Can they burn the watchtower? Here we go. Needing a 6. Oh, so it's a 3. How many more?
Have to have more. So this one.
Here we go. Next one comes along. Can he get that 6? Oh, it's a 2.
So
it's a 2.
This one.
Okay. Can he get the 6? No, it's a 5. And good time to point out that we cannot adjust this with mites, even if you were.
And your jibber is going against me.
Yeah, I'm quite good at predicting dice as well. So, is anybody else going to try?
I'm going to leave it at that.
Going to leave it at that, and everyone else is going to move forwards. And the Dunlandings over on the right flank have also marched up. With the Dunlanding archers in the woods, they've moved half of half, so they can still get a shot, but they have moved. And of course, Saruman is out of range to do anything to his enemy, but he's going to roll now Terrifying Aura using his free one, and he needs this on a 2+.
2+ indeed.
2+. And does he get it?
Oh, just
about. So it was over 2 Rohirrim movements, and Ale led his warband, specifically Sons of Ale, up this left flank, closing in on Dunlanding right flank. But just out of range of a half movement and blast from Saruman, which you've got to be conscious of. And now Grima, during Andreas' turn, did move up, but he has been surrounded there by the Outriders, and Erkenbrand and his Westfold Red Shields have moved up the centre to threaten the Dunlanding centre. Eowyn, a little bit far away from the fight, is coming around with a small warband around that right hand side, and half the warband has also come into the centre. So with that, we are going to go into shooting. We're going to start off with 2 Dunlanding shots aiming at Ale, hoping to pop him off of his horse. So they have moved, so they need 5s.
True.
Here we go, so they need 5s. What can we get?
Oh, 2
we
5s.
Get a double 5. So do they hit the horse or do they hit Ale? One hits the horse, one hits Ale. So which one would you like to do first?
Ale first.
Ale first, need 6s by 4s with strength 2 bow.
Oh, STF 6.
And in a 4.
Followed by 4. No.
And the one on this horse also needs 6 because it is an armoured horse.
True.
Those are the first 2 Dunlanding shots. I'm guessing the next 2 are going to try and do the same.
Exactly.
Will they have the same type of luck? Here we go. Need 5s to hit.
1 hit.
We get 1. STF 6. Horse or rider. We get the horse, and needing another one of those STFs to get Ale off his horse.
Come on!
Nah. So scary. And the next 2 are going to try and do the same, right?
2 more.
2 more, needing 5s. And we do get 1, which went off the table there. So here we go. Does it hit the horse or does it hit Ale? It's Ale. It does hit Ale, needing 6s by 4s on his defense 7.
Oh,
And gets the 1. So unfortunately, they miss, and that's the end of Dunlanding shooting. Next up, we've got some shots out of retaliation back at those Dunlanding bowmen in the woods. They've moved, so needing 5s to hit. And it's nada. And one last shot here, which is the Westfold Red Shield. Now, we discussed this before. We think that the Outriders, although they moved half, they count as being in the combat. We're not too sure. We think that they are.
They can charge Grima.
They can charge Grima.
Blows if they win.
Yeah. So there we go. So there we go. That's how that works. And Grima can obviously opt to strike them, but then he would be revealed. So we've got this Westfold Red Shield here who's going to shoot at. He's going to go for the guy who's got the 2-handed, and that will have an in the way for the guy in front. So needing the 5s to hit. Nope. That's what happens when you waffle on. Let's go to priority for turn 2. This epic report.
Oh, sorry.
There's a 2.
Oh.
There's a 6. It is going to go to the Rohirrim. So normally the trick when you've got cavalry is don't charge when you have priority, but why not? We've charged in here with the Sons of Ale, and next up we've got the Ale the Young himself. Obviously it's Elfhelm because of the time period. He's going to charge up, he's going to be charging both, and he's going to throw his throwing spear into the Dunlanding there. So he is charged, so he needs 5s there. And he gets a 2, so he doesn't get it, but he is going to go into the 2 of them there, and we'll carry on with the rest of Rohirrim movement. Of course, Ale and the Sons of Ale charged up on this side, and we have 3 Westfold red shields hang back there. Wary of the threat of Thryden, Erkenbrand has perhaps sacrificed himself ever so slightly and charged in on Thryden Wolfsbane, and is probably about to be mobbed in some way, shape or form. In the meantime, Rohirrim have just moved up all across the board. We've had some charges around by the tower, trying to save that from being burned as we progress into the game, and an Outraider has just pinned Grima back like so. Now, we didn't fight the combat before purely because I can't make strikes and you're not going to make strikes. So with that, we're going to go over to Dunlanding movement. So as expected, Erkenbrand has been swamped, and much of the Dunlanding force has pulled over to the right hand side, trying to trap that Son of Ale there and just moving in on the combats, ready perhaps for the heroic move off next turn. We're coming in because over in the centre you are going to be of course trying to get some VPs and burn that building. So you do have a couple of guys in contact, because I'm guessing you're going to go one at a time, so remember it's at the end of their movement.
Yep, so this one first.
That one first is going to go, needing a 6 to set it on fire.
Oh.
No, it's a 1.
And I'm not going to bother with the rest of them.
You're not going to bother with the rest of them? You've got 2 more that can do it?
No.
Nope.
So I'll try to kill them instead. So this one will be
He's
moving
move
over there.
All the way over there.
And this one then will be moving over there.
He's going to move over there.
No, it'll be supporting this guy then.
Supporting that guy there?
Yeah.
There we go. And here endeth
Saruman.
No, you've got Saruman. So
yes.
what's Saruman going to do?
So
you know what
Saruman is going to transfix L.
So he's going to try and transfix Ale there?
Yeah.
Okay, so he transfixes, and how many dice is he going to use? 1 from his store
And 1 extra.
And 1 extra as well. Okay,
yeah.
So transfix needing 3+ for Saruman?
No, it's immobilized though, so 2+, yeah.
Immobilise, is this on the Dark Saruman? Is it still 2+?
Yeah,
yep.
2+ Saruman.
Here we go.
Ooh,
so you get it on 5. Okay, so I will use, might as well, try and get as much done with him as possibly can. I'm going to use 2 of his will points, which will take him out of will. And we resist it on the 5, so he is going to be safe. So a little bit of luck there for Ale. I thought you might go for Erkenbrand, perhaps, with his 1 will point and reasonably certainty of death if it succeeds. But you went for Ale, who isn't my leader. That's fair enough. So I've got my 3 guys here who are all going to be shooting. They'll prioritise banner at front. If we're successful, let's move backwards. So they have moved, so we need 5s to hit. We get 1 hit, so just 1 on the banner, and his defence 5 because he's got a shield. So another 6. We'll kill him. Badger! Oh. He lives. So only 2 Dunlanding shots. We're going to start off with the one over here who has a shot on this Outrider. So has moved, needs a 5 to hit.
Oh.
Nope. And the next one who does have a shot on this Outrider, needing a 5 to hit.
No.
He doesn't. So definitely not a shooting game. Of course, tactically do have the option to sit back and shoot, but we don't want to do that. Time for fighting. So at the start of the combat phase, this Dunlanding chieftain here called a heroic strike, and of course Ale has countered. We need to see if he gets that for free on a 4+. He does. Hotcakes Gaming 6. And then over here we have Thryden, who has also called one, and that has been countered by Erkenbrand. So it's my priority. Over to those combats. So it's my priority, so I'm going to start things off. I've got this Son of Ale here who has charged in with that Dunlanding second along. So any special strikes or shielding? You're going to shield? I will piercing strike then, of course. So what do you get? You set the bar double 1s, I win on fight value, and you're way out of banner range. So I go up to strength. I go up by 2, so I'm now strength 6, and you are defense 5. So I need 4s. So needing 4s, and I get 1. So I do get 1, and that Dunlanding is going to die. Next up, it's the one on the far flank. Again, any special strikes?
I'll be fainting with the dagger he has in his belt.
You're going to feint with a dagger, and you are defense 4, so I will not do a piercing strike.
Yep.
So here we go. What do you get?
Oh, 5. Better
You get a 5. It's pretty good. And I get a 5. Take it on 5 value, and I also have a cocked dice stab. Okay, so you are knocked down because I charged. So I need 4s here because I of course am strength 4, and there we go. A very dead Dunlanding. So we're going to move over into the centre by the watchtower here. We've got the charging Westfold Red Shield against the Dunlanding there. What are you going to do? You're just going to fight normally?
I'll be shielding with that one.
You're going to shield. Okay, I won't be fainting. So you shield and you get a 5. It's pretty good. And I get a 6. Great news. So you are knocked down. And you are defense 5. So I will need 5s here. 5s. And we get him. 3. Wow, brutal. So another Dunlanding bites the dust. Next up is that charging Westfold Red Shield with the bow against the 2 Dunlandings there. Any special strikes?
I'll be piercing striking with this one,
So
with the shield.
Piercing striking with the one with the shield.
Fainting with the guy with the 2-handed weapon.
Fainting with the guy with the 2-handed weapon. So let's see, what do you set the bar at with that lower fight value?
Oh, it's a STF6.
You get a 6, so I need the 6 here to protect me. Yeah, I don't get it, I get a 4. No banner there to save me either. So let's
strike.
The piercing strike goes up.
Ooh, another STF6.
So he's strength 6, so he will need 4s.
I'm strength 7.
Oh, is he strength 4 to base?
Yeah, normal.
Oh, yes, yes, of course. Okay, so you're strength 7, so you will need 3s.
Yeah.
And you get it. So first row here in casualty. Woo! Next up, charging Westfold Red Shield here against 2, and I'm guessing going to do the same again, piercing, striking, and fainting with the dagger. Okay, so what do you get? Set the bar at a mighty 6. Can I match it? Oh! Gets it on the fight value. So the piercing striking guy goes down 2. He goes down by
3.
Down by 3, so his defense.
Down 2-3.
So he's down 2-3. So I need 4s on him. So first lot of double strikes on him, needing 4s.
Yep.
Nope. And then on him again, needing 4s. And get him. So the shield guy is going to die. So next up, we are going to go for the Aelder Young versus heroic striking Dunlanding Chieftain and his compadre there. So what do you go up to? You're currently fight value 4.
4, yeah.
Fight value 4, so same as Trident. And you roll and you get a 3, so you go up to 7. So I roll a 6. Called it. Okay, so why not go up to 10, which is good.
Yeah.
So any special strikes from yourself here?
I'll be shielding with both.
You're going to shield with both. Why not? Okay. So Dunlanding Chieftain is the
green dice.
Dunlanding Chieftain is the green dice, which are your patron only dice. Yep.
Of course.
Of course. Okay, here we go. And you do get a 6 in there. Okay, so I need the 6 here to win this. I get a 5, and I will use point of might. So I'll be down to 2 to turn that to a 6 and win that. So both will be knocked down. So I'm going to start off both defense. So your Chieftain defense 6.
Yep.
I am going to do my first lot on the Chieftain, needing 5s. So I get 1.
Don't he have a lance?
He doesn't have a lance, no, it's a throwing spear.
Oh, yeah.
So I've got 1 so far.
Should have lance.
It'd be cool if you did have a lance.
Use my fate.
So you're going to use your feint.
Yep.
You pass it. So it's the next one on the Chieftain. I'm in the 5. I get 1.
One wound.
So 1 wound. And then the final lot of double strikes on the Chieftain, needing the 5.
Oh.
And he's dead.
Kill him.
So the Chieftain goes down, still with a point of might, which is quite handy over there, and the other guy is knocked down. So hopefully spurred on by the success of Ale there. We've got the Son of Ale here against your Bowman and also your Dunlanding with shield. What would you like to do?
I'll be piercing striking with the shield guy and fainting with the bow guy.
Brilliant. Let's see. What do you set the bar at with the lower fight value? You get 5, which is pretty good. Oh, drop dice doesn't count even though it's a 6. Okay, here we go. So what can we get? And we get a 5.
Oh, I have a reroll with my banner.
You do have a reroll with your banner.
So taking out that.
Can you get it?
1. Come on, STF6. No.
No. So both knocked down. Piercing striking guy goes down 2.
So down to 3.
Down to 3. So first lot of double strikes on him, needing 4s. Yep, he goes down, and then the next lot of double strikes, also needing 4s. Yep. So wow, the Dunlanding left flank looking reasonably decimated there. We've got one more combat. It's of course the epic one. It's Erkenbrand versus Thryden and company. Here we go. We've got the heroic strike off. You are lower. What do you go up to? That was a 1.
Come on!
Oh, it's only a 2. It's only a 2. Oh, a 6.
Oh, cocked.
Cocked dice. It was a 3. 3. So I am higher fight value.
You are.
I'm higher fight value. So I'm currently fight value 8, and you are fight value 6. You fight value 4 to start off with?
Yeah, 6, yeah.
So what special strikes are you going to be doing here?
I think you're going to completely bosh it.
Okay.
So I'll be piercing striking with everything, and these two guys, both Thryden and the Dunlanding with a 2-hand weapon, will do it 2-handed.
I love it. So we'll come back when you've got your dice together, and let's see what you get. Thryden is the green dice. Let's see what you set the bar at. Spectacular bosh rolls a 4, highest. 5 highest. But it is Thryden's one, so you can mine up. Which is good. Command, of course, only have 2 dice here.
Actually goes down to 4 because it's 2-handed also.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, I didn't realise that. Yeah, because you piercing struck with his 2-handed weapon. Here we go. What do I get? I've got a 3 so far. Here we go, and that was a cock dice. No,
It's a one.
Oh, boom, boom, boom. That's such good news.
Didn't anyone tell you can't use Element Games dice anymore?
In Element Games, absolutely not. So wow, so you guys are going to back away, and we'll see what you're going to go down to. So let's have a little look. I've only got 2 strikes.
Got a good bomb there, right?
Yeah, but he rolled a 6 and has the higher fight value.
Yeah, that would
So Thryden goes down to... He goes down by 2, so he's defence...
4 should... 3!
He's defence 3.
Wow.
So he's defence 3, and he's got how many wounds and fate?
2 wounds, 2 fate.
2 wounds, 2 fate. Okay, so he's down to that. And this guy here.
2-handed went down to defense 1.
Yep, this one here.
Goes down to defense 3.
Yep.
Next one, defense 3.
Defence 3.
And last one, defense 4.
Defence 4, like so. Okay, I'm going to start off with this one.
I'm not going for Thryden.
I could do. He's got the might point. You need to have voice. No, I'm just gonna try and chop him down, I think. So I'm going to start off with that one there, because I need a 3 with him.
Yep.
So I need a 3. He's dead. And then I'm going to go for Thryden's horse. There, needing a 4. And I will use a point of might to get rid of that horse. It's completely worth it. So wow. So I will be down to 1 might, but you are going to be on your bum. Now you take your throne rider. It's where you roll a 1. No! And you take a strength. I'll roll it. You take a strength 5 hit.
It happened after the combat, so he's down to his original defense again.
Is he? Yep. Whatever you
I think so, yeah. This is a situation I've never been in.
It's a situation, yeah, it's a weird situation. So he's piercing struck, his defence goes down, we're still in the combat.
The thrown order happens after, the roll happens after the combat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he should
Or at
be
the end of the
defense
combat.
5 again.
It's whether it's in the combat or not, but we'll just say he's defence 5 because it keeps these things easy. Okay, Nina 5.
Oh.
Doesn't get it, but he is going to be on the floor on his bum, which again is incredibly useful. So there we go. That's our battlefield. I think that was very successful for the Rohirrim. We are going to go into turn 3. Let's roll for turn 3 priority. Here we go.
Come on.
That's 5. It's a strong. It's a 2, and it is going to go to you. And of course, I will be calling some heroics. So of course, with the Dunlandings getting priority, I have called a heroic with ale. Is it for free? Would you? It is. Great news. And you have countered with Saruman, so Saruman is down to 2. Down to 2, which is useful. Now, of course, we're just skipping over these. Grima and the Outrider 4, and no blows were struck. So here we go. It was your priority. On a 1 to 3, this goes to the Dunlandings. Well, this is where you roll a big STF 6.
Oh no!
4's good enough for me.
No!
It's good enough for me. It's going to go to the Rohirrim. So Ale only affects these, and he will be calling with me, of course. So he'll be coming like so. He'll move in, and as he moves in to charge him, he will throw a throwing spear. which misses. He'll go in, and he is going to complete that like so. So we're going to carry on with the rest of Son of Ale movement. So there we go, Ale charged in, and he's in on those two there. This Son of Ale charged in here, getting rid of their control zones. He's charged in on him, and then this one here is charged in against both on the floor. So it's now Saruman's heroic. You know what you're doing?
Yeah, it's down to transfixing Ale or taking out Erkenbrand. I'm going to immobilize Ale again because he's out of will.
He's out of will now, so you are going to move your 3 inches, which becomes 6, which just takes you to the edge inside there.
Not move exactly to the edge. I'll move slightly outside the edge because then you'll lose your.
Yeah, I think you can still put him there and not get.
Yeah,
but if you want to keep him right in, it's up to you.
I'm happy there.
Yeah. Okay, and you are going to immobilize Ale.
Yeah, I'll only use 1 dice.
So using 1 dice, so 3-1 from your store, needing a 2+, and you get a 4, so he will be immobilized. Here's how it's looking. So some of the Dunlanding bowmen have left the woods, and Erkenbrand, he has been charged by Thryden, who's reeling from being knocked from his horse, of course, and also one of the bowmen. A couple of guys have stood up. We've got a couple of Rohirrim who have been assailed, and this one who did stand up is trying to block off that path, but we do have the rest of Rohirrim movement. Here's how it's looking during the burning of the Westfold, and so far it's going pretty well for the Rohirrim in terms of defending their houses. We're chipping into the Dunlanding numbers, and no buildings have been burned yet. However, Saruman is in the woods, causing mischief, and my leader, which is of course Ale, is looking a little bit exposed right now. A little bit exposed. So we would go into the shooting phase, but you don't have any shooting because you have to move more than half to come out of the woods. And I don't have any shooting at all, so we're going to go to the combat phase. Here we are at the start of the combat phase. Eowyn is going to use her first point of might. She's going to be calling a heroic combat, and Thryden has decided to call a heroic strike, which takes him down to 1. Erkenbrand is going to use his last one to counter that heroic strike, which is fine. And in the meantime, Ale, who's got 2. Now, he will be immobilised, so he would go down to half, but then that would kind of possibly help him live. But he's already got a 3-1 this turn, so this would definitely take him down. Does he call the heroic or not? Really, he would need to roll a 4+ in order to better. At the moment, he's less than half. Do you know what? He's going to call one. He's going to call a heroic strike as well, so he will be down to 1. And with that, we're going to go into the combat phase, and of course it will be the combat of Eowyn. Here we go, so we do have the heroic combat here, and considering you are fight value 3, Eowyn may as well feint in this instance.
Yep.
May as well. And he will feint as well, and he will piercing strike. Are you going to do anything?
I'm going to do a 2-handed piercing strike because he's a berserker.
He's a berserker. So let's see, what do you roll? You are low fight value at the moment. You roll a 1, and I cannot lose this. Okay, so the piercing strike, let's start off with that one, goes up by 1, so strength 5, your defense 4, so he will need 4s. So single 4.
And you get a single 4.
I get a single 4. That's all I wanted. So we will propel those on and carry on with the combats. So Andreas is going to start things off with this Son of Ale. Of course, if he loses, he will be trapped. Okay, so any special strikes from yourself?
I'll be his defense 5, is he?
Defense 6.
Defense 6. So we will not piercing strike.
You're not going to piercing strike. You are defense 5?
Yep.
Okay, so you're not piercing striking, and I will piercing strike. Why not?
All right.
I'll piercing strike. So here we go. What do you get?
Get a 3.
Get a 3, and I get a 5.
That's better.
So you are knocked down, and I did piercing strike, so I go up by 2. So some of you might be wondering why the piercing strike there. By going up by even just 1 is a big help to me, and if I'm trapped, you're probably going to get what you need anyway, maybe. So I go up by 2, so strength 6, so I will need 4s. So 4s on him, and we get him. So that Dunlanding bites the dust. Let's go to the next combats. So we'll start off with this situation here. I've got 3 Outriders, one of which doesn't get his charge bonus because he went through the woods, but they will all feint, and then I've also got Westfold Red Shield in there as well. You are
I'm
going to
fainting. Yeah.
you're going to feint with for the dagger.
Yep.
Okay, so what do you get?
2.
A 2. It's not great. Start off with the Westfold Red Shield. Does it? Okay, so
6.
so you will be knocked over from him. No fainting from him either. Your defense 4, so I need 5s. Nothing from him. The one who didn't charge, because obviously only single attack, doubles up. He needs 5s. Rerolling 1s. Rerolling 1s. I hate this when you're doing one at a time. Oh gosh. Okay. First Outrider needing 5s. Rerolling 1s. Oh yeah, he gets him. He gets him. So unfortunately, there is a Dunlanding shaped hole there, and we're just moving up to the next one. Now you've separated it so that you've got these 2 guys on your one guy there. Any special strikes?
I'll be shielding.
So I will feint with him and piercing strike with him. What do you get? You get a 6. Okay, so we've got the red dice are the Son of Ale. Here we go. Oh, one cocked. I can't see where one of my other blue dice. Oh, another cocked.
Yeah.
Here we go. So 2 cocked dice are currently a 5 highest. Oh, and you take it. So that Dunlanding is going to survive, and they're going to back away. So we're going to move along. What's that ringing? You hear that ringing?
That's a Hoover.
That's a Hoover. I thought it was ringing. Next up, we've got Eowyn. We've got Eowyn versus 1 here. What are you going to do?
Piercing striking.
Piercing striking. Okay, so she's only got 2 attacks here. What do you get? You get 3. She takes it on a 4. So you are going to be knocked down. What do you go down to?
Going down to 2.
You go down to 2. So she's strength 3, so she needs 4s. And she gets it. So
4
another
times over.
Dunlanding dies. Eowyn does her job. So at this point, we're saving the heroes. After this, we're going to do the Son of Ale and 1. Here we go. So we've got your archer there. I'm guessing you're going to feint?
Yep.
Yep, so you feint. I'm not doing any special strikes here. You get a 1, so I'm going to win that.
I have a maybe.
Ooh. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
we have a banner.
So you have a banner. Do that banner reroll now. Here we go.
You
What do you
haven't rolled
get?
any dice yet, have you?
No. 3.
It's a 3, it's better.
3. Okay, here we go. Now, I was scared to roll dice, and then you go and plant a 6 on me. Okay, here we go. So needing to beat a 3.
Oh!
Just 2 1s and a 5. How lucky. Okay, so needing 4s here. Oh my days. Needing 4s. And yeah, he's gone. He's gone. So
That is me broken.
Dunlandings are broken. Dunlandings are
think-
broken.
At 20 plus the banner plus captain 25. No, one more to break me.
1 more to break?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll carry on with moving along. We've got the Son of Ale versus the Dunlanding there. Any special strikes?
Yeah, I'll just have to try to kill you.
You're going to try and kill me, makes
I'll
sense.
piercing strike, yeah.
You're going to piercing strike. I
Yeah.
won't piercing strike. What do you get?
I get a mighty 2.
Get a 2.
I have a banner, I
Oh, I
think.
get a 6.
Oh, you do. Oh,
Sorry about that. So your piercing strike goes down to,
going down to
I
4.
want. Which is fine because I need 4s then, and we get it. So another Dunlanding dies, and now we do have a broken Dunlanding army. Can Saruman keep them together with high courage? We shall see. But remember, at the end of next turn, we have to roll to see whether the game ends. No burning buildings so far. Rohan doing a job. We've got a Westfold Red Shield versus 1 here. Westfold Red Shield versus 1. Any special strikes?
Yeah, I'll be piercing striking.
We're going to piercing strike. Why not? You go for it, and you get.
Oh man, I
get
do
a
have a
1.
banner.
You do have a banner in range.
I
think you should roll.
first. This time.
6.
Doesn't matter what I roll.
No, what you roll. So what do you go down to?
I go down to 3.
Well, 2, so 3. So I need 4s here, and I get the 4 that I need. So we move along. We're going to avoid this one for now. We've got Son of Ale versus the Bowman, the Dunlanding Bowman there.
I'll be fainting.
You're fainting.
3.
You get a 3, and I get a 5. It is within banner range.
It is.
Oh,
Not the GBHL, the STF6. Come
No,
on,
no,
come on,
3.
come on.
Oh, he does it! He does it! Son of Ale has to back away.
Yeah,
He has to back away, no banner there.
5, no
Defense 6, so you need 6s re-rolling ones.
Needing 4 or 5s re-rolling ones. It's the strength.
Oh, yeah, of
guys.
course, Dunlandings. Dunlandings are well hard. So 5s re-rolling ones.
Oh no.
It's the worst result. But you did beat a Son of Ale, which is great. Next up, we've got Westfold Red Shield here, who will be piercing striking against your shielding guy on the floor, of course.
Yeah.
What do you get?
We get a 5.
You get a 5 and I get
Wait.
only 2, so you do get to stand up and I back away, and with that it just leaves the hero combats. So we're going to do the transfixed Ale the Young first. So remember, he has charged in, gets halves, gets rounded up, so he's got 2 attacks here, but he did call a heroic strike. So what does he go up to? He goes up to 10 and back down to 5, so he's higher fight value.
Yeah, so I'll be fainting with both.
Fainting with both, makes sense. Okay, so here we go. Which one's the banner dice?
Oh.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You go down to 4.
Yep.
No, sorry, 5. Okay, so I need 5 plus here. 1 point of might remaining. Get the 6 and I take it. Okay. I can't strike blows because I am immobilized, and you are going to back away your inches. And he backs away. And he's doing this because he wants to be, if he can be, not quite.
Oh, it's just out. I think it's just out.
Yeah, looks like it. That's a shame. Close.
Oh, that's millimeters. Oh.
Close, but the right kind of idea. But Ale survives, which is quite important. So we come down here to Thryden versus Erkenbrand. So you do have 1 point of might here. We did heroic strike. So what does Thryden go up to? Sets the bar. He's 10. He's 10. So needing a 5 plus here, Erkenbrand. Oh! We're even. We are even. I know you charged me, so I've only got 2 dice here.
I have a 2-handed weapon and a sword.
Oh, 2-handed weapon and a sword, huh?
Is strength 5. Erkenbrand is defense 7.
Defense 7, yeah.
So that would need me to roll 5. So now if I we're going to risk it. We'll go 200 piercing strike. Let's kill him.
Oh my days! 200 piercing strike for Thryden.
Let's just kill him.
200 piercing strike. Got 1 point of might left as well.
Oh! You get a 5, goes down to 4.
Okay, so you do have the might to take that up to a 5. Can Erkenbrand get the 6 that he needs?
He can't.
He gets the 4.
Yeah.
So we're currently matching.
Yeah. And you are out of might.
I'm out of might.
I'll might it.
So you're going to mount it. So you're going to be out of might now, but you have 2-handed piercing struck. So you do win that. Erkenbrand must back away. And back away he does. Okay, so you go up to your piercing strike. You go up to
strength 7.
Strength 7, so you're matching. So that would need 4s, but you need 3s. And what is Thryden's rule for anybody at home who doesn't know?
Thryden's rule is that before fate, he doubles the amount of wounds he does.
Before fate?
Yes.
Okay.
Because the rule says he can use fate on both.
Yep, okay.
So,
here we go.
See, we need 3s, come on!
Roll double 1!
Oh, and that's 4 wounds!
That's 4 wounds, which, oh mind you, if he rolls the fate,
no,
or is it before? Yeah, so 4 wounds would kill Erkenbrand. Gets double before fate. If he gets double before fate, he's dead. If not, then I've got a fate point chance to save 2 of the wounds.
Mighty blow. Fate can be used against each. So it's before fate.
Can I roll a fate point to stop 2 wounds?
Each wound counts as 2. Fate
counts
can
as
be
2.
used against each. It's before fate.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So Erkenbrand has been slain. And he's the second Rohirrim casualty. You are, of course, now broken. No houses on fire. It could be tough now. Could be tough. At the end of this turn, we will roll to see whether the game ends. Let's see how you get on. So roll the dice. Priority. We are turn 4.
Yeah.
It goes to me.
Oh, it goes to you.
It goes to me. You will, of course.
Heroic move, Saruman.
So Saruman is going to be calling a heroic move, and Eowyn. Is Eowyn going to call one? No, I think Ale is going to call. Ale is going to call one as well. Does he get it for free? This is Ale's last one. Yeah, because he called a heroic strike last time. So, does he get it for 3? He doesn't. So he's now out of might. And it was my priority. So, on a 1 to 3, this goes to Saruman. Saruman's out of might now. He's got 1 left.
He's got 1 left.
One left. Okay. 1 to 3 goes to Evil. They need it. 1 to 4 to 6 to the glorious forces of all-mounted Rohan. Oh, hear him, get it. They get it. And it is going to go to Ale the Young. So we're going to start things off with Ale, of course, who's going to be moving forward, and as he moves forward, he is going to throw his throwing spear, needing a 5+, gets a 4, and that's that. And he's going to continue his charging. There we go, so Ale charged in on those two there. We've got a rider who's charged in there, Son of Ale on that banner, got these two on Thryden. He's charged in on those two here, and this rider's moved half, just getting ready, I think, probably for next turn. So we are going with Saruman now. So it's Saruman's right move. He's going to move 3 inches, but before he does, you are broken, so courage test.
Yep.
Rolls a double 1. And needs to use his free might point. No, rolls a 6 is fine. So he's going to move 3 inches, which we'll watch now.
So that'll put him just outside the tree there.
Yep.
So
he's just going to go down to that position there, as you can see. And from there, he is attempting to send Eowyn back.
Yeah, blast Eowyn.
He's going to try and blast Eowyn directly back, which takes nicely into these guys.
A nice path, I think.
Can definitely get those 2 and then trees. On Eowyn, you're blasting, needing a 4+. You're going to use...
No, needing 5+.
Needing 5+, of course, because you are bad, Saruman. So you're going to use a free 1 and 2 from your store.
Yep.
So what does that take you down to?
Oh
no! And you're out of might because of the heroic.
No, I've only used 1 point of might earlier with him.
Only 1?
Only 1, because I've only called 1 heroic with Saruman properly.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, I haven't boosted any of his dice rolls.
Did you not call another heroic with him? It doesn't matter,
I
but...
called 1 earlier, and then this was 1, and he has 3. So there should be 1 more in stock.
Okay, I just thought you called 2 heroic moves, because that's a heroic move with him, and you've called 1 with him before.
Yeah, but he has 3.
Yeah, so you should have 1 left.
Yeah.
So you're using the last one. That's what I said, I thought you had 2 left.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I might have said.
So he's out of might now.
He's out of might now,
Yes.
but successfully casting.
Successfully casting.
Yep.
Now, Eowyn has 2
Yep.
will, which you might as well use. What are you down to will-wise as well?
I am down to 3 will in this
Down to 3 will. So you might as well use 2 here, needing a 5+. She's got 1 point of might.
Oh, come on. It's the
Nice.
old game 6.
Element game 6
That's
creeps in there again. And she resists, which is great news for her.
No.
And of course you didn't call with me, so we carry on with the rest of my normal movement. So not looking good for the Dunlandings here. We do have 1 courage test left to take. That is of course Grima over here. It's courage 2 and no will. Does he love it?
Grima. Come on, Grima. He loves it.
He loves it. He loves it. So he does get to move.
He is going to climb up here.
So he's going to move 5.
Yeah.
He's got a remaining inch.
Come on.
Roll
6.
to 1. No, 5. So he does end up right on the edge. There we go. Affecting things, shall we say. There we go. That's it. Let's go to the combat phase. Won't be any shooting. Combat phase. In fact, there will be shooting. No, there won't. There won't be shooting. There is shooting.
Yeah,
Him.
you
That's
have
what
one shot.
I knew that I'd done something. So needing a 5+ here. Probably needing a 6 for the grass, but I only roll a 1 anyway.
There's a tree in the way as well.
So I do miss. I miss anyway. So over to the combat phase.
Yep.
So here we go. We've got the banner combat. We've got 2 piercing striking Sons of Ale and a fainting Westfold Red Shield versus the shielding.
Oh, I have a shield. That's right.
You do have a shield, but you are at -1, correct?
Yeah.
So -1 shielding. You get a 6. Oh, so no pressure here. Oh no, there's loads. There's loads. Okay, so you are gonna first Son of Ale goes up by 2, so he's strength 6.
Yeah.
So he will need 4s. All the red dice needing 4s. Can he get it?
Ooh.
He does.
The banner is gone.
The banner is gone. Let's move on to the next combat. Let's go over here where we have fainting Outrider, a fainting Westfold Red Shield over there who's got the bow, and 2 piercing striking Westfold Red Shields against a
Shielding.
shielding Dunlanding.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. What do you set the bar at? It's a 5, it's not bad. Okay, so I have got 6 dice. I'll just roll these ones. Here we go. Oh, it's 8 dice anyway. My 2 6s are cocked, but I get a 5 anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I reroll. Okay, so the fainting Outrider first of all would need 5s, rerolling 1s. Yeah, so the Outrider gets him. Another Dunlanding bites the dust. Gives an opportunity to then go on to our next one over here. We've got this combat. Any special strikes from yourself?
No, just
No.
normal striking.
Just normal striking from you. Just
All your defense 5 rules, guys.
defense 5, yeah.
Yeah, it's all piercing strike.
So you want a piercing strike?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you get? You get a 2 and I get a 4. So I do take that. You go down by 3
To 2.
to 2, which means I need 4s here. And that is going to be a very dead Dunlanding. We got the Son of Ale against the Bowman here. I will not be piercing striking. You get a 1, so I do take it. There's no banner in there for you. So let's roll. And I need 4s. 4s here. And... one amongst all of that. There we go. So that's where that's where all of the bad dice come in. When I still get 1 good dice, that's great. Here we go.
The way it's supposed
Not
to
the
go.
way it's supposed to go. Next up, we're going to do Eowyn and a piercing striking Westfold Red Shield. Eowyn might as well feint in this instance.
Yeah, I'll feint as
She'll
well.
be the red dice because she's the hero. You feint as well, and you get a 4. It's not bad. And they take it with all of the 6s and 5s. Okay, so first of all, the piercing striking Westfold Red Shield goes up by 1, so he will need 4s with 4 dice, needing 4s, and he gets it. So he's going to go down. So we've got Ale the Young against 2 here, 2 Dunlanding Bowmen. So Ale the Young has charged in. You're going to feint with both.
Both fainting, yeah.
Both fainting.
Oh.
It's not a great roll. Get a 3 highest.
Oh!
I get a 5, but I'll re-roll that anyway. So
Why
4.
couldn't the 5 be cocked?
There we go. Okay, so double strikes on each, needing 4s.
Yeah.
So 4s on the first one. Yep, and then 4s on the next one. Wow. Okay. So currently on the table there are no Dunlandings, just heroes. We have Thryden against 2 Sons of Ale and a fainting Westfold Red Shield. Your defense 6, yeah?
I am defense 5.
Your defense 5. I will piercing strike with the Sons of Ale.
I will not piercing strike. I'll. You are fight 4.
No, I'm fight 4, same as you.
So I'll just strike normally.
You're striking normally?
Yep.
Okay, so here we go. Out of might.
Come on! Oh, it's
You get a
strong. It's
5. Okay, so the Sons of Ale, the Westfold Red Shield.
Because you have a million dice.
Lots of dice, needing a 6. Oh, and we get 1. And we do get 1. Okay, so there is a dice off the table. So let's pull that one in. So let's start off with the fainting. Your defense 5, yeah? So
5.
so 5s, re-rolling 1s on these. Re-rolling 1.
But he is already
2.
dead since he has taken wound. No, he hasn't. That was
No,
the
he's not
captain.
yet.
That was the captain.
I'll do the piercing strike here next. The piercing strike of one of them goes up by 2, so strength 6. So these ones need 4s. And he is now.
Ah, there we go.
Thryden bites the dust. There we go. So the burning of the Westfold hasn't happened. We'll talk about the scenario afterwards and what we think that we could maybe do differently to make this better. But we do need to roll to see whether the game ends. So does the game end? Here we go.
Come on, end! No, it's the SF6. Now you're all good. Now
Now
you're all
it rolls good. Okay,
Oh, wow.
so with that in mind, we need to roll for priority. Here we go. This is only turn 5. So here we go, rolling for priority. And it is going to go to the Rohirrim, I think, but you may be in trouble. So of course we've got Grima here, and we're going to say that he's going to do this on the stealth, even though he's surrounded by Rohirrim. We're going to do this on the stealth, why not? You're just going to sneakily toss a match in and try and set this. So this is end of next turn first of all. So if you just want to roll to see if you get the 6 to set it on fire.
It just goes in the building, then comes out again and just hand toss the match in behind it.
Absolutely.
Rolling a 6, come on. Oh,
However, you now can get to do it again for this turn,
oh yeah, that's true.
because
Yeah.
that was for last turn.
Okay.
So here we go, get that 6.
I'll move him to there.
Yep.
Then.
So
Yeah.
he's going right inside, gets a 6.
Oh,
Oh, and he doesn't do it, So we're thinking maybe something that we would do to change this, especially because it's kind of home territory for the Rohirrim. Maybe we would do it so that it's a 4+, but only one model can do it, rather than multiple models needing a 6. Might make it a little bit easier for the Dunlandings, for the scenario side of it anyway. And over here, we have dismounted Eowyn and Ale to try and have a go at Saruman. Okay. Only Eowyn has a point of might out of these guys here, and we're going to go straight to the combats.
yeah.
Eowyn will not call.
Ooh, not calling.
Eowyn will not call. I think it's more important to stop you from doing some kind of spell next turn if you win the priority.
Okay.
So Eowyn will be a blue dice and Eowyn will be the red dice.
Yep.
What do you set the
I
Eowyn?
will strike to stun.
You're going to try and stun.
Yep.
Okay. Two-handed.
It's a two-handed staff, is it? Is it? Isn't it just a staff?
I don't know. Whatever it says, I'm happy with.
Staff and hand weapon. Doesn't say if it's two-handed.
I'm not bothered then. It's up to you. Just you're going to stun. I'm going to feint with. I'm going to feint with Ale. I might as well with Ale because Eowyn is fight 5 as well. So here we go. What do you set the bar at?
6. Come on. Oh, it's a 4.
It's a 4. It's not great. Okay. So Eowyn, of course, blue dice has the merit. Okay, it's fine. Okay. So 5s all round. 5s all round here. Wounding Saruman. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that's how this game has been. Okay, there we go.
First fate then.
First fate.
No.
1 wound.
Second fate.
2 wound.
No.
Saruman dies. Saruman hath been slain. Saruman has been slain.
I think that's the game.
And that is the game. That is the game. So Norwegian wife. Wow. In the end, a 12-0 victory to the triumphant Rohan. Remember, do come and join us in the epic 800-point battle report, which we will be doing a plane to the death, I think. Fight up. We're just going to go for it with the 2 armies at 800 points. Let's go to a post-battle battle rep breakdown. Welcome, Strategy Battle Gamers, to the post-battle battle rep breakdown for that battle report here on the GBHL podcast. Do make sure that you get over to Hotgates Gaming to check out part 2 and see what happens over there. Oh my eyes.
Finish. Finish.
That was cool. That was really, really good fun, and that was, of course, the predominant aim and target of this battle report was to have a good bit of fun and get a good fun battle report on there. So let's break down the battle report and let's talk through what we thought. So let's start off with the armies.
Yep.
Your army
is not a competitive army. James told me literally half an hour before we had the game, make a 500-point army.
That's how you win, guys. Just give him half an hour.
And he, of course, used his tournament-winning Beacons of Cheshire army, and that kind
Makes
of
a big difference.
yeah, and 170 points on Saruman. Really, you outnumbered me.
Yeah.
I do. Well, it might be like equal numbers.
Yeah, I think you might have had slightly more than me.
I'm like 25 months in my army, and you're
Yeah.
like 20 something.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah, so
slightly yes.
from the get-go, I was at a mild disadvantage. Also, with the scenario being I had to burn down buildings. We had BPs already with the buildings not burned down.
Yeah, which we didn't really think about, to be fair, at the start. So coming back onto the army points, Andreas makes a great point. You know, he had half an hour to put together a 500-point army from an 800-point army. Of course, taking something from an 800-point form where you've got big toys like Saruman, who 800 points. They're going to do the business, right? They're going to really do the business. But start putting them in 500 points and it really hits your numbers. And if you want something when you're playing against cavalry at lower points, you need the numbers to try and swamp them, right? So immediately a little bit of disadvantage there. Although the threat of the blast was terrifying.
It was.
The threat of the blast is always going to be terrifying for cavalry. And as Andreas has mentioned, that is a 500-point, tried and tested, optimised army. You know, we weren't doing scenario play here today, but we wanted to create a cool kind of theme to the battle report. But at the same time, you know, Ale the Young's in there because he's very good midpoint hero. That 3-point of mine, he's got 2 3-points of mine.
So of course, with Saruman dying in the last seconds of the game, Grima just sneakily went into the building, so nobody knows he's evil yet.
Nobody knows he's evil yet.
So his cover is not blown, and of course Saruman didn't really die. Neither did Trident, of course.
And of course, you'll get to see all of this as we go on and we play the 800-point battle report. So let's talk a little bit about the scenario itself. Now, we didn't think about the fact that technically the Rohirrim being on home turf would end the game with the extra 6 VPs. We balanced the scenario so there was 2 VPs per house, which I think worked pretty well. And I thought that the points for Indo and Breaking, to have that 12 VP max, that kind of fit in really well with the Warhammer World scenarios. But what kind of things, having talked to each other, would we probably change about that scenario?
We would change that the die roll needed to burn down building would be slightly lower. One way to do it is a fortress with only one model can move each turn, or you can move multiple models into base contact with the building, lowering the dice roll with for each man, then you have to commit models into the building.
Yeah, to give yourself a better chance.
But you are mindly guaranteed to do it.
Yeah, without having that risk that, of course, you had on the first turn, which was, putting all these models in and not over 6. 5 models. So on 5 models, you'd hope that maybe, if you roll 5 dice, you hope that you roll 6. So that is probably one change that we'd make to that scenario. Also, if you wanted to balance that scenario, you might go for 4. So you have 2. Each of you start off with 2 buildings on burn, and you have to go and try and burn the opposing, and maybe reduce the breaking VP slightly to maybe balance it out a little bit. But let's face it, that wasn't about the scenario. That was about 2 armies. You forgot you stopped playing the scenario straight away because I decided to get in your face, and we just went from there. So in the end, 12-0 victory to the all-mounted Rohan. Will they continue that over on Hotgates Gaming for our epic Dunland versus Rohan in all-mounted Rohan Battle Report, the GBHL Hotgates Gaming versus STF. Guys, don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe. Make sure that you like our Facebook page, follow our Twitter, and support your Hobbit hosts by checking the links in the video description below.
And support your Hobbit hobby.
Happy strategy battle gaming, guys.
Thank you.